There is something incredibly nostalgic about homemade gifts. Obviously, they are extra meaningful because of the time and energy that is put into creating them, but there's also a feeling of contentment and joy in creating something that is very personalized and you know that the recipient is going to love. And so today I'm partnering with Cricut and I am going to be making a ton of handmade gifts for family members as well as some Christmas decorations. So let's head to my little workshop. While I would normally spread out to do this many projects, I have people at home that can't see these gifts. So my office/music room has to get a little bit organized before I can start all of these projects. The main Cricut machine that I use is my Explore Air 2. And today I'm going to be starting with some homemade stocking tags. I have had various stocking tags that I purchased over the years and they all end up getting broken or smashed. And so I thought maybe I could make my own. And I got this faux leather and I did a test run with a beautiful script that I thought I was gonna love, and I was only thinking in 2D. It did not work out well, but the scraps that it left behind were really pretty and I have an idea for. So I went back to the drawing board and I came up with some font that would work better for this purpose. I love that you can be so creative in making your own shapes and sizes and fonts, and you can really tailor it to your personal preference, but also to the preference of the person that you're giving it to. This time it actually worked out, and it also left me with a bunch of letter scraps that I thought I could possibly make ornaments with. Next, I am doing some lavender sachets. I found this really pretty glitter iron-on, and I thought that that would work really well just to denote that it is lavender on the inside of these little bags. I'm using muslin bags, and I think my favorite Cricut tool is actually the Easy Press. I just really love working with fabrics, and I think that this is such an awesome application for so many different personalized designs, t-shirts, bags, whatever you want to make. And I really love how pretty these turned out. Not only are they really beautiful little bags as gifts, but they are also really pretty just to place around your home for that beautiful lavender scent. I just love how they turned out. Next, in the beginning of the video, you saw me making some homemade vanilla, which is an amazing, easy gift. So I'm gonna put some really simple labels on these, a little bit of a festive red and gold, and I'm gonna be giving these to all of the amazing women in my life. I am honestly so blessed. I grew up with a brother who is wonderful, but I had no sisters. I have an amazing mom, an amazing mother-in-law, and now 2 amazing sister-in-laws, and so I'm really excited to be able to gift this to them as a little thank you for being wonderful blessings in my life. Now, one of my sister-in-laws, actually her favorite scent is lavender, and so I'm making the sachets for everyone, but I thought I would also add in these lavender roller balls, which are really wonderful for relaxation and soothing sore muscles, and they're so easy to make. Today is a new day. I have cleared off the chaos that was this kitchen. I'm alone, so I can get out of my little closet office and I can spread out, and this is gonna be so much easier to work today. I'm gonna do some fun things. So I have all these scraps from the stocking tags. I'm gonna do something with that. We're gonna make some ornaments today with some glitter paint and some other vinyl, and hopefully finish off all my handmade stuff for the holidays. We're gonna start with the painted ornaments because they need some time to dry. Now, my family's all-time favorite tradition every year is to go cut down a real Christmas tree. We don't do designer trees. I don't do themed trees. I don't do specific colors. I do family tree where every ornament has a meaning behind it. So sometimes they're handmade, sometimes they're purchased, but they're always related to something of importance for that year. The year that my son's soccer team won the division championship, the year that my daughter entered orchestra. the year that Aaron and I traveled to Portugal. There's always a meaning behind this family tree, and it is one of our absolute favorite decorations to put up and create for. All right, we're gonna let these dry. I've also seen people do like a marble effect, which is really pretty. I just went solid because I've never tried the marble effect and I'm running out of time. So next we're gonna do some vinyl on these. It's gonna be so pretty. Now this year I just decided to create a personalized ornament for each of my kiddos, a deer for my son and a double base for my daughter. It always brings me so much joy to see both of them enjoying their favorite hobbies. And then I thought I would try to create ornaments that are personalized with these letter scraps from the leather stocking tags. And let me tell you what, that was easier said than done. I love the idea in theory, but the application was very complicated. At first I tried using super glue and that was really slippery and it kept sticking to my fingers. Then I tried hot glue and that was way too cumbersome for these tiny letters. So I went back to super glue, which was the right application, but the overall project, it was a bit of a failure. So we're gonna think through how I can use those scraps in the future a different way. And now that the lavender bags have cooled, I can go ahead and fill them. This was also a process that should have been really easy, but you know what? Sometimes handmade gifts are a little bit more effort than we originally first thought that they would be, and that's okay. All that really means is that we put a lot of extra love. There's so much extra love into these bags. At least my house smelled really good while I was making this gift. Now, one thing that I think that we have really lost sight of is the value of handmade gifts and the real intentionality behind doing something that is personalized. I love that every year when I pull out my stockings, I'm now gonna have these stocking tags to remind me of this Christmas season. And I'm so excited to see the faces of all of the beautiful women in my life when I give them handmade gifts. Homemade vanilla is something that is an actual precious commodity, and all of the beautiful women in my life enjoy it and like to cook. And to be able to give them something that is a relaxation technique with some lavender sachets and some lavender roller balls is something that just says, I know how hard you work and I know how much you give, and I want to give you something where you can rest and relax and get some enjoyment for yourself. These types of sentiments are something that I hope that the recipients really receive and understand and convey through these personalized gifts. Now for my kids' ornaments, I just added a few little embellishments inside of there, some snow and pine cones for my son's deer ornament, and some really beautiful ribbon for my daughters, just to class it up and make it a little extra special. Now, since my painted ornaments did not work out the way that I wanted them to, I just took advantage of an opportunity to shift gears. Sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes your original plan isn't coming out the way you envision it, so you make do with what you have, and we're going to just add some cute little embellishments, and these will still be really adorable on the tree. Now, I would really love to know, what is your absolute favorite handmade, homemade gift that you've ever been given? And what is the favorite maybe that you have created for someone else? Drop those favorites in the comments, and I would just love to reminisce with you and be inspired by the creativity of so many others. And now it's time for our favorite activity every Christmas. We are heading to a tree farm. Some years we do cut them down ourselves. Depends on where we go. This year, the only one that was open early enough was one that was already pre-cut. So we're going through and picking the perfect tree for us. Look at that, you don't even have to carry the tree out anymore.
I know.
We've graduated.
I built one that can do it for me.
And we're going to start hanging all of our favorite family ornaments from decades past and really cherishing this time together. So you know what? She's a little special. A little bit too much was taken off the bottom. That's okay. We're gonna fix it. This is our very own Charlie Brown Christmas tree, where we invest our hearts and our minds in what the actual spirit and meaning of Christmas is all about. I need your help, Bear. Oh my gosh, it's not even heavy. Oh my, hit my ceiling.
You hit the ceiling?
Thankfully, it doesn't seem to have left a mark. Just gonna put these back.
Dad cuts them off too short.
It's all right, everybody. Well, no one will ever know, really. No one will ever know. And Dad was just doing his best, and that's okay.
Nobody's gonna know.
Nobody will know. Because nobody on YouTube is gonna tell anybody that this happened.
You have to pinky promise.
That's right.
They're gonna know.
Nobody's gonna know. I say that's decent. That was a pretty good fix. This is how we keep our lights organized. If you don't have one of these, it plugs into the wall, it's operated by your phone, and then you don't have to climb under a tree to plug in your lights. You can also do it on a timer, so it just auto comes on, auto turns off, which is what I'll do this year. These are gold. Also great for front porch lights if you're doing Christmas lights outside. For so many years, I would decorate the tree by myself, and then the kids would do nativities, or they would do stockings on their doors, or they would do other little decorations in their bedrooms. But now that they're old enough to help me with the tree, it makes it even more special because we can go through, and every ornament that someone pulls out is a memory that we laugh about, and we get to relive all over again. I would love to know what your favorite family traditions are for Christmas time and the holiday season. Drop that in the comments, and maybe those of us who are looking for new ideas will be inspired by something that is a treasure to your family. Thank you so much for watching today, and thank you to today's sponsor, Cricut. You can grab my stocking tag project, link for you in the description, as well as the materials and machines that I've used for these projects today. I hope that you enjoyed seeing this come together. I will see you next week.